I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all crazy sports newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
Welcome to the Sport Report.
Sunday,
March
17th, 2019.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports and this is the Sport Report. It's time to get you caught up on what's happening in the world of sports. This is Top of the Order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is Top of the Order.
Johnny Manziel is coming back to football. No, not the NFL. But he's going to play for Memphis in the AAF. It's more like the little brother to the NFL. Johnny Football is back. 2012 Heisman Trophy winner from Texas A&M has been in and out of various football leagues, including the CFL and the NFL. But now he's got a home, moving to the basketball court.
Burke takes the shot. It's gone! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it! Jordan with 2 seconds to go puts it up. It's good! At the buzzer! Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago!
Around the NBA.
Last night, the NBA had an 8-game slate. The Boston Celtics battled for a good 129-120 win versus the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young drove his team to the finish line with 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Hawks, and Kyrie Irving lent 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists for the Celtics. The Wizards won a good game by a 135-128 scoreline against the Memphis Grizzlies. Mike Conley performed well as he had 28 points, 3 rebounds, and 12 assists for the Grizzlies. Jabari Parker submitted 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Wizards. Bradley Beal scored 40 points again for the Wizards. The Suns collected a 138-136 overtime win over the New Orleans Pelicans. Devin Booker controlled the game with 40 points, 5 rebounds, and 13 assists for the Suns. Julius Randle offered his services, put in 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists for the Pelicans. The Dallas Mavericks fought tooth and nail for the 121-116 win versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kevin Love was at the head of a wonderful performance as he had 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Cavs. Maxi Kleber added 18 points, 12 rebounds, and an assist for the Mavericks. The Golden State Warriors picked apart the defense as they got the 110-88 win against the Thunder. Steph Curry broke apart the defense with 33 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists for the Warriors. Paul George produced 29 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The San Antonio Spurs didn't stop fighting and got the 108-103 home win over the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic had managed to post a stat line of 24 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Blazers. DeMar DeRozan settled in and put together some good numbers with 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists for the Spurs. The Spurs, over the last 23 seasons, have only had a losing record for a combined 65 days. That'll no longer continue this season. They just notched their 41st win of the season with their win last night. The Nuggets look strong as they got a 102-100 home win versus the Pacers. Miles Turner caused trouble with 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Pacers, but Paul George led the Nuggets with 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Jazz seemed to like scoring 114 points as they did it again this week, this time a 114-98 home win against the New Jersey Nets. Actually, I meant the Brooklyn Nets. D'Angelo Russell ran well tonight as he had 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Nets. Rudy Gobert balled out, had 23 points, 17 rebounds, and an assist for the Utah Jazz. The NBA standings are as follows. In the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukee Bucks lead the Toronto Raptors by 3 games. Philadelphia 76ers are 8 games back of Milwaukee in 3rd. Indiana Pacers in 4th. Boston Celtics in 5th. Detroit Pistons in 6th. Brooklyn Nets in 7th. The Miami Heat are in the 8th spot. Orlando Magic and Charlotte Hornets are a game behind Miami. In the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors lead the Denver Nuggets by a game. Houston Rockets by 4.5. Portland Trailblazers are in 4th. Oklahoma City Thunder in 5th. San Antonio Spurs in 6th. Utah Jazz in 7th, and the LA Clippers in 8th. Sacramento Kings are in 9th, Minnesota Timberwolves 10th, LA Lakers 11th, New Orleans Pelicans 12th, Memphis Grizzlies 13th, Dallas Mavericks 14th, and the Phoenix Suns bring up the rear. For the first time in Sport Report history, the top 8 seeds, if the season ended today in each conference, do not have a tie. Tomorrow's matchups in the NBA. The LA Lakers are heading to the Garden to take on the New York Knicks. Hornets are at the Heat. Sixers at the Bucks, Raptors at the Pistons, Hawks at the Magic, Bulls at the Kings, Wolves at the Rockets, Nets at the Clippers. Now we transition to the ice.
Back in front door, shot, scores! Bobby O from Sanderson! Beto! Rebound chance in front. Taking his air, puck comes free, score! Score!
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
Around the NHL.
The NHL had 12 games on the schedule. The St. Louis Blues routed the Pittsburgh Penguins with a 5-1 road win. Vince Dunn lit the lamp with his 10th and 11th goals of the season. Jordan Binnington had 40 saves for St. Louis. Dominic Simon contributed his 8th goal of the season, and Casey DeSmith had 12 saves in place of Matt Murray, who had 9 saves for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Detroit Red Wings battled for a good 2-1 home win over the New York Islanders. Anders Lee handled his business with his 26th goal of the season, and Thomas Greiss had 20 saves in the loss for the Islanders. Andreas Athanasiou totaled his 25th and 26th goals of the season, and Jonathan Bernier had 41 saves for the Detroit Red Wings. The Florida Panthers earned a hard-fought 4-3 road win versus the LA Kings. Evgeny Dadonov flipped a switch and scored his 23rd and 24th goals of the season. Sam Montembeault had 24 saves for the Florida Panthers. Anze Kopitar found the back of the net for the 20th time this season. Jonathan Quick had 31 saves for the LA Kings. The Jets grinded out a 2-1 home win against the Flames. Mark Jankowski carried his team with his 11th goal of the season, and Mike Smith had 19 saves for Calgary. Mark Scheifele gave his team life with his 34th goal of the season, and Connor Hellebuck had 27 saves for Winnipeg. The Boston Bruins got a 2-1 win over the Columbus Blue Jackets. Matt Duchene had his 30th goal of the season, and Joonas Karsipalo had 31 saves for Columbus. But Brad Marchand scored the OT winner, added his 31st goal of the season. Yaroslav Halak had 24 saves for the Bruins. The Chicago Blackhawks got a 2-0 win against the Montreal Canadiens. Brandon Perlini helped along his team by scoring his 13th goal of the season. Corey Crawford had 48 saves for Chicago. Nobody scored for Montreal, but Carey Price had 22 saves for the Canadiens. Tampa Bay Lightning played well as the opposing defense went missing, like aliens at Area 51. The Washington Capitals, well, they let in 6 goals against the NHL leading Lightning. Lightning wins 6-3. Alexander Ovechkin dictated the pace on the ice and had his 48th goal of the season. Braden Holtby had 29 saves for the defending champion Capitals. Alex Killorn impressed his fans with a hat trick, 14th, 15th, and 16th goals of the season for the Lightning. Andrei Vasilevsky had 31 saves for Tampa Bay. The Carolina Hurricanes looked strong as they got a 4-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres. Jeff Skinner produced his 37th goal of the season, and Linus Ullmark had 25 saves for Buffalo. Jordan Staal had his 7th goal of the season, and Curtis McElhinney had 35 saves for Carolina. The Minnesota Wild smashed their way to a 5-2 win versus the New York Rangers. Mika Zibanejad settled in and had his 28th goal of the season. Henrik Lundqvist had 41 saves for New York. Ryan Donato found a way past the netminder with his 9th and 10th goals of the season, and Devin Dubnyk had 26 saves for Minnesota. The Oilers found a way to get the 3-2 win over the Arizona Coyotes. Connor McDavid led his team with his 35th and 36th goals of the season, including the OT winner. Mikko Koskinen had 28 saves for Edmonton. Alex Galchenyuk submitted his 16th and 17th goals of the season. Darcy Kuemper had 22 saves for Arizona. Finally, the Nashville Predators figured it out and got the 4-2 road win over the San Jose Sharks. Victor Arvidsson tickled a twine with his 30th and 31st goals of the season. Juuse Saros had 23 saves for the Preds. Joe Thornton came through with his 15th goal of the season, and Martin Jones had 26 saves for the San Jose Sharks. Now to the NHL standings. In the Atlantic Division, it's the Tampa Bay Lightning, Boston Bruins, then Toronto Maple Leafs. In the Metropolitan Division, it's the Washington Capitals, New York Islanders, then Pittsburgh Penguins. The wild card was the Carolina Hurricanes and the Columbus Blue Jackets, separated by a point. Montreal trails Columbus by 3 points now, level on games played. In the Western Conference, in the Central Division, it's the Winnipeg Jets, Nashville Predators, and St. Louis Blues. In the Pacific Division, the Calgary Flames, San Jose Sharks, and Vegas Golden Knights. In the wild card, the Dallas Stars lead in that first wild card position. They lead Arizona by a point. Arizona has the second wild card position. The Minnesota Wild are 2 points behind Arizona, level on games played. Colorado Avalanche are 6 games back of Arizona with a game in hand, and the Chicago Blackhawks are 5 points back of the Arizona Coyotes with a game in hand. Tomorrow's matchups in the NHL are as follows. The New Jersey Devils travel to the Pepsi Center to take on the Colorado Avalanche, who are on the second half of a back-to-back. The St. Louis Blues head to Buffalo for the Sabres. Islanders are at the Wild. Canucks at the Stars. Flyers at the Penguins. Panthers at the Ducks. And Oilers at the Golden Knights. We'd like to make a special mention. Today is Selection Sunday. At 6 p.m. Eastern, the bracket will be unveiled, and 68 men's basketball teams in the NCAA will learn where they're playing and who they're playing as they try to navigate 6 or 7 games to reach and win a national championship.
That's the Sport Report.
For St. Patrick's Day, Sunday, March 17th, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Channel Sports is strictly prohibited.